Welcome, Gemini Cancer, to your 10th through the 14th reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button. Let's get in here and see what's going on with you the next couple of days. About a week almost. Let's see. Best message coming out for Gemini Cancer. Hope you guys, this new year is going great so far. Everything is going good over here, and my internet is a little slow due to the wind. But otherwise, everything is going good, guys. Just trying to keep up with what we're doing over here. So it says you guys are looking at some teamwork. So I like that. It looks like there's some organization, some collaborations that you're doing either now or that you're getting ready to do with someone else. Someone really wants to get in there and help pick up the pace. Wow. Wait, say it again. Someone wants to come in and help Gemini Cancer pick up the pace. They want to actually collaborate with you instead of arguing with you. Amazing. Is this a new person? The energy seems very new, but is it that same person who's transformed and is acting different and really wants to get in there and help you, or is it a brand new person? That's a good question, right? So let's see what it says for the majority of you. If you know it's a brand new person, that's fine. I'm actually thinking it's someone who's turned the stone over here. They've turned over a new leaf. They actually want to come in and help you. The Chariot. Yeah, I'm traveling to where, yes, I can see there's hope. So whoever you're dealing with, they're actually seeing, this could be an Aquarius, doesn't have to be. It also could be a Capricorn who's actually feeling like they want to have a little more hope within this situation. Whether this is love or platonic, it doesn't matter. Put it where it needs to be. It says a general reading, but I do see that they have turned over a new leaf. We've had a lot of people who have had a lot of transformations who have been looking deep within the situation, especially if you're dealing with an Aquarius. A lot of Aquarians just got off of a Dark Nights of the Soul journey. So it could be that they have changed their ways from dominating every situation, just every situation. If you know it's not an Aquarius, it doesn't have to be. I'm just going to use them because that's what the card is saying, and that's really what I'm picking up. But it does feel like they were trying to dominate every situation. I'm in control of everything. I'm going to be the one. I don't really want to collaborate. I don't really need to help you. You need to help yourself, and I'll do what I'm going to do. No, we need to work together. So I do feel like they actually would like to help out in the situation. Interesting. It's one of those feelings where it's like it takes two to tango, but they wanted to tango alone. That's not going to get very far. So it does feel like whatever is going on in this situation, they're just kind of like, it's like they took a step back and they've kind of analyzed the situation. Very interesting. I think that they felt like they were wasting time trying to connect with someone, or you felt like you were wasting time trying to connect with this person. Because I do feel like the Star card would have been in reverse at one point, but now they're coming in and saying, no, I'm going to actually, give back to the situation. So I do feel over here, Gemini Cancer, that you felt that you were pouring out all your resources, all your savings, all your time, all your energy into something that was useless. And now they want to come back and present themselves with different opportunities, wanting to help out in this situation. And it's kind of making your mind, I think it's going to make your mind blow, because I think you're going to think, whoa, wait a minute. You actually want to fill my cup up. You actually want to help out in this situation. You actually want to travel towards me. Yeah, they want to travel towards some of you dealing with an Aries. So I do feel like whatever responsibilities that they had, that they may have been dropping the ball with, I do feel like they're now taking on these responsibilities and helping out. So you could literally say, you know what, you've never been helping out around the house. Now they actually want to pick up the shit and help, clean the house or pick up after themselves. Okay, so that's the type of idea. I think that there was a lot of uncomfortable conversations that were taking place. And I think they just got tired of it. So now they want to come race in and show you that they mean business, show you. This is going to surprise the shit out of you. Like I said, yeah, they're racing. Boy, are they racing in. You got the Eight of Wands to the Knight of Swords, because the Knight of Swords is, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Opening up that path of communication is really what I'm seeing here. Because remember, wands are communicating, moving up the ladder, texting, however it is. But the Knight of Swords is also a card of action. It's a card of not just mental, but also speaking. It's, you know, air quality. But it's also saying, I'm coming in. I don't want you leaving. Maybe they're afraid they lost you. Maybe you told them you're out if you don't do something about it. Maybe you were deciding whether or not you were going to live like this or work like this in this type of habitat, and I'm not going to do so. I'm going to take my shit, get out. So I do feel like there's this huge change. You know, you could have been accusing them of not picking up the house. Eight of Wands is a card of also pointing the finger and saying, I accuse you. I'm telling you. I am telling you my perspective. I am telling you that you are, you know, not doing what you're supposed to do. I think they want to dodge a bullet because they know that they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So I do feel like they're now climbing up that ladder to look down at you to say, oh crap, I'm screwing this up. Because the higher on the ladder that they get within this situation, the more they can look down and say, I can see better. I'm getting an eagle eye view. Yeah, their perspective is changing. So now you're seeing the Ace of Coins, but they're actually hoping that they can get this balanced and not let this unfairness that they know that they put you through affect this relationship any longer. So they're withdrawing from this situation, but they're also coming back to you to apologize for this situation. And it's kind of funny because I feel like for some of you, they might not even 100% apologize. It's just the actions are going to be louder than the word, I'm sorry. Only for the fact that instead of saying I'm sorry, they're going to actually go in there and actually start picking up the clothes and doing the laundry, right? Instead of just walking over the clothes and waiting for you to do all the work, right? They're actually going to take place and do something. So I do like that. In the end, I do feel like there'll be something that's there that's apologetic. Like I should have been doing this before, or I'm sorry to let you do all the work. You know, something. I'm sure something's going to come in. It's going to make them feel like they should apologize. Maybe you're going to make them say it, say it. Tell me that you're sorry. Tell me that you've been a jerk. Tell me that, you're supposed to be there. Love it. Penguin. The period of darkness that you've been experiencing is now passing. So the experience of darkness that you've been having within this relationship is now ending. This person is waking up, which is amazing. Star card. That's also a card of enlightenment and wake up. That's a freaking wake up call. I can see, right? I can see now what's going on as the light comes in. Wow. This is going to give you that rest assurance to where things were not going your way. That all that dissatisfaction is now coming to an end as they are coming in with the Page of Pentacles. They are the Page of Pentacles. So saying rest assured that all that was making you unhappy is now taking a turn as they're coming in willing to want to help you within this situation, grow within this situation, do what's right within this situation, and not make you take on all the responsibility. Look at that. Don't tell me you weren't taking on all the responsibilities. Now it's in reversing. Okay, you were doing it all, carrying all the burdens, right? Stressed out, burned out. But now it's saying let them carry some of the burdens. Let them do it, do their piece too. Well, you had to do it all, otherwise it wouldn't be done, right? Okay, guys. So let's get an overall card. Look in your money. I know that's relationship, whether that's at job, right? At the job, in the house, in the relationship, however. But let's look at some money. Let's end this with career. Career of money. Show me the money. Spiritual work. I do see some spiritual work going on. You're a light worker. Some of you, it is at work, and you're going to see this light worker. You're going to feel lighthearted. You're going to feel like your spiritual work is actually on your side in this situation. Alchemy, transform the situation. You're going to feel like your spiritual work could have transformed the situation. Maybe you've been doing a lot of praying, a lot of manifesting that this needs to, I want this to end. I want this to stop. And now they're seeing things in a different, in a different light. Okay. So the overall card for the reading is, please, resources. Use wisely as needed. Be grateful for what you have and save some for the future when it comes to your resources of money. Okay, guys. So that looks amazing. Amazing. I like it and I love it. Okay. So daily healing card is... Oh, wow, that just threw itself out there. Create healthy boundaries with those around you. So no matter what, Spirit says, even though they're coming in to say what they're going to say, even though they want to do what they say they want to do, make sure that you're still creating healthy boundaries between you and this person so you don't end up doing it all by yourself again. Right? Make them understand. You know what? This is how we do things. This is how, and I love at the bottom too, it says foster patience. Make sure that you're keeping patient within the situation. Your Gemini, Cancer, you guys are usually pretty patient. Your Gemini side can get you a little impatient though, but that air gets you a little antsy. But otherwise, for the most part, I'm not really worried about that. I'm more worried about, even though they want it to come and renew what it is that they're supposed to be doing, right? You want to make sure that they understand this is what's real. All that other is nonsense. It's all selfish behavior. If we want to do things right, it's going to take two to tango. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.